Good morning to you and welcome to a new day. Today is Saturday, the 27th day of September 2025. I'm Chigi Chiagor. I'm coming to you live from Signature TV studios, and you can be a part of today's conversation on Facebook, on YouTube at Signature TV Official. We're also live 247 on SLTV Channel 265. Don't forget, you can also download the Signature TV app from Google Play Store so you can get notifications each time a new program drops. Don't go anywhere. Up next, newspaper headlines and review. Stay with us. And if you're just joining us, this is still a new day on Signature TV, and welcome to our newspaper headlines and review. First up, Weekend Trusts. How foods harm you. On the front page, discussing foods additives and their impact. Just below the Weekend Trust mast, bandits gunned down worshippers at Zamfara Mosque. Sahad built from my savings as messenger. Dangote Group sacks workers, pages 16, 15, and 16 respectively. Investigation. Journalist secures 2 jobs with Oluwole certificates, page 8. And delegates walk out on Netanyahu at UNGA, page 33. Finally, on Weekend Trusts. On 2027, Jonathan's hat in the ring, page 7. Over to Saturday Punch. All hail King Ladoja with riders. Ex-governor crowned 44th Olubado demands Ibadan state. President, 4 governors, ministers, monarchs grace coronation. Tinubu Lord Ladoja's perseverance says tough times over. On sacked workers, Pengerson threatens to picket Dangote refinery, page 4, with riders. Group summons emergency meeting, says 800 workers fired. Exercise not arbitrary. Saboteurs targeted, according to Dangote. Why my brother, his wife, 3 children were poisoned to death, coming from sibling. Suck and die. Deadly cheap drug turning youngsters into zombies. Police removed me from my abusive marriage, coming from actress Victoria Inyama. And finally, on Saturday Punch, 13 die in Zamfara mining pit collapse. Next up, The Guardian Weekend. Above the mast, on special feature, pages 8 and 9, World Tourism Day, why Nigeria's rich tourism attractions fail to drive national growth. On Arts, page 15, Mbanefo Wangu deepen diasporic heritage with beautification of Gula Geche ancestors. Still on the Weekend Guardian, Nigeria at 65, tears of children leaders can't ignore, pages 26 and 27. I'm happy to witness history. Tinubu declares as Ladoja ascends Olubado throne, page 2. On alleged terrorism, you have case to answer, court tells Nnamdi Kanu, page 2. Onga, 80, Shetima, UN chief meet over Nigeria Security Council bid, UNDP partnership, page 3. Dangote refinery refutes alleged sack of workers over unionism. It's rather coalition backs company rejects Dapman's 1.5 trillion subsidy push, page 3. Adegbulugbe, a scholar's unique investment for Nigeria at 65 on Inside Stuff back page. Finally, on the Guardian weekend, new NDLEA sniffer dog facility will boost fight against illicit drugs in Nigeria, says Marwa. Over to Saturday Vanguard. Above the mast, role of kings not only to wear beads and acquire women. Ladoja says as he is crowned 44th Olubado, this is a new dawn in Ibadan land. Tinubu to Nigerians, your suffering has yielded progress and growth. Page 5. In other news, Fubara dissolves pensions board constituted by Abbas. Page 4. Below the Saturday Vanguard mast, trade fair demolition. I lost everything before my foreign partners. Magnus Ike, page 12. Riders, we choose peace, not violence, coming from Chief Eric. Traders allege selective exercise, say complex is federal land. Lagos defense action, page 6. On entertainment, Burna Boy raises dust over Fela. Nigerians have lost confidence in electoral process, Itodo Yaga Africa boss says, page 11. You have case to answer, court tells Nnamdi Kanu, page 5. And finally, on Saturday Vanguard, Nigeria's economy at 65, how we missed the boat, page 9. And that's much we can take on our newspaper headlines. We move over quickly to our review, and our in-house analyst, Chris the Oracle Maduka, is here to do justice to our review. Good morning, Chris, and thank you for being here.
Good morning, Chiki. Good morning, the people of the world, for joining us this morning for another edition of Newspaper Review on New Day, Signature TV. You haven't told my name, so let's start from Weekend Trust. How food harm you. There's graphic analysis of how, and the emphasis on food additives, the impact on our lives. And when we are talking about this, for it to make headline this weekend, we have NAFDAC, we have Standard Organization of Nigeria, we have agencies, we have Federal Ministry of Health, we have, university teaching hospitals across Nigeria. Almost all the universities, both private and public, they have teaching hospitals. And they have research and development units of so many agencies and allied departments in Nigeria. But what baffles us is that we wake up every morning and find out that some of the things that we have been consuming in Nigeria since Nigeria got independence in 1960 are poisonous. And you'll be wondering, why they are identifying that now? Do other countries of the world consume such things? So you keep asking yourself, where are you? Are you just in a country called Nigeria? And we have what pains me is that we have retinue of line of personnel and department agencies and division ministries in Nigeria that collect money on monthly basis as either salaries or whatever allowances. They're supposed to look at these things. And today, the 27th day of September 2025, this is what we are seeing in the newspaper. The food additives, they have about 16 ways or 15 ways food additives harm you as a person. And most of the things we have in our supermarkets, in our ordinary markets, have additives. Even some local additives people have started using local additives to even store things. That is the most dangerous things that have started happening. Because those ones they don't pass through labs, they don't pass through controls. We find in Nigeria where people will get unripe pineapple and dip it into chemicals that will make it look yummy and attractive and yellowish, and we are consuming them. We have people who peel orange that is totally not ripe. We have people who use here cupboard to ripe plantain and bananas. We do so many things, and we have people who use paracetamol or Panadol to cook pomo to make it soft. Where do we start? Where do we end? All I'm saying is that it is the way we make our mat, the way we lie on it. My concern is that we have agencies in Nigeria who should have taken care of this. This shouldn't be, we only hear that this so much product is banned because the addictive content of it is not good for the health. And we stop all those things from entering Nigeria. Nigeria is a virgin market where some dangerous countries of the world have just put up anything they want and send to us. Coupled with the what they call it, the fake market, the booming fake drug and food market in Nigeria. And then NAFDAC have not been handling the issue in a way that we Nigerians can beat our chest and said on NAFDAC mandate we stand. Just like some people stand on some other mandate. So let's move on,
All right.
Chigi.
All right.
But somebody said he built Saad chain of stores.
Yeah, did you see the story about Oluwole certificate?
The Oluwole certificate, journalist secures 2 jobs with Oluwole certificate. Well, investigation revealed a lot of people in Nigeria have been securing jobs with Oluwole certificate. I attended one interview recently, and the panel saw my certificate and they were looking and said, this is how certificate will be. I said, so Nigerians know fake certificate. Why are they? Now, so many things. Some people get Oluwole traveling documents. Some people get Oluwole PhDs, Masters, BA, BScs, OND, HND certificates in Nigeria. And some of them are in big positions in Nigeria and still there. And if you want to get them, you know how to get them. But like I always say, Nigeria is a country that live on Oluwole. So when we don't get, some words enter into Nigeria's dictionary, it refuse to go. In my class 5, that's when we heard of Oluwole. That was, tell you, so many years ago. Japa has entered. So many things have. So Nigeria live on these dangerous trends that come. Oluwole certificate is in Nigeria. The people who issue it know themselves. The people who receive it know themselves. The people in high positions of authority in Nigeria that have gotten there with. It's not just this journalist who secured 2 jobs with Oluwole certificate. Journalist is in the constituency. So, well, like we said, the house cannot fall and the roof stands. When Oluwole begin to rule around Nigeria, it gets to journalists, it gets to politicians, it gets to pastors and priests and imams, it gets to traditional religious worshippers, it gets to everybody. Because what goes around comes around. That's it. So, Jonathan Hart's in the ring. That's so much of weekend trust. Who put the Jonathan's hat in the ring?
Good question.
Jonathan finished his own bout and threw in the towel and left. And people still went to where the man was just resting, enjoying his, and pulled his hat and dropped in the ring. And they were the people who are shouting most. We have not heard Jonathan shout that his hat is missing or in anybody's ring. Why are people crying more than they bereaved? Let them leave Jonathan to breathe. We were in this desk when you say, Mama, then good luck, Jonathan, patient. Mama, patient said, my husband, there is God, though, do not contest again. And some people are pulling the husband and talking the man from right, left, and center. And they are the ones who have come out to tell us this morning that Jonathan's heart is in the ring. Jonathan's heart was in the ring. And some Nigerian politicians, and the only thing he told us, sabotage him and threw his ring heart away. How come is Jonathan's heart a magic ring, abracadabra ring heart, that when you throw it, he will find himself back in the ring. Jonathan, my brother, Zukwanike. If some people will say in my language, what it means is go and find better thing and do and rest. Leave Nigeria politics with their deception, because somebody who has been stung by bee, when he sees Okidiji, should be on his heels. That's a word, an advice coming from the Christian fathers. All hail King Ladoja, the 44 Olubado of Ibadan, the ancient kingdom. Good luck. And the people are hailing your patience, hailing. I don't know how long you waited to be, but you have got the best thing. The only hand, I found the voice of, hand of Esau and the voice of Jacob in your issue is that when did the governors become the people who crown Olajoja, I mean the Olubado of Ibadan? Because Ibadan were there before the governors. How come that they are crowning Dutchin crown that are bigger and older than them? That's how it started. When Nigerian traditional ruling system brought in politicians to crown them, then the issue of when a man buys panty for a woman, along the line he say, madam, remove clothes, or baby, remove clothes, make I see how the pant fits you. That's what will happen. And that's what has been happening quite recently in Nigerian traditional system. So who pays the piper began to dictate the tone. But I remember when you cannot trace back the kingdom, the history of the Olubado of Ibadan, as far as even our great-great-grandparents. The governors were not there to crown them. But they say the governor of Oyo State has crowned the 44th. And whoever is crowning was governor before him. So I don't know. These are the confusion we get there. Well, the president was there, and he said he witnessed history, and he used the opportunity to tell Nigerians that the cry is over. But we cannot see the cry being over, because we are still crying. Even the one I'm doing here. I don't know whether the president is seeing it. Chigi. So the Pengasin threatened to picket Dangote refinery. We see it. I see it. I'm sorry. As the ring of sabotage continues. If they want anything from Dangote, like they've said, they said Dangote pay 1.5 trillion as subsidy. They are connived, come through another thing. The man said he can't. If you don't know where on a bath, man will go collect on a clothes. Then that was that man. That man reneged on that one. Then the Pengasin appeared. When Pengasin finished, Nupeng will appear. Then these people formed this association before Dangote came, and they know why they formed them, and they have benefited from what they formed them. And why they formed this has collapsed. They should go to NNPCL and their refineries in Port Harcourt, Warri, Kaduna, or anywhere, and carry their clothes. That's where they bathed. To go for a chicken that will leave the knife that killed it and go to the pot to bend the neck is not good. I keep saying it's not. Wow, these things are doing targeted me and you, chicken. The refined petroleum. They don't want it to be cheap. As the president don't give them leeway. The things got to 1,000. They've been battling on leaving it there. A liter of fuel. And that's what the whole of this. Pengasin will come here and say, Dangote, what did Dangote do now? Are they not ashamed? Some of them that are running Pengasin, Nupeng, that man, or whatever man they're running, have a cup of corrupt money that can build refineries. They refuse to. They find somebody who has come through the lineage of doing businesses, of distributing business to be a refinery. They all say they will die there. We are watching them. And for God's sake, for the sake of 240 million Nigerians who are suffering whatever they are cooking in oil and gas, the spirit of Nigerians will haunt them. God knows who is right. But if at all, they have a hand in making sure we continue to live near the ocean and take our bath with saliva, God will punish them. That's my prayer for them. If they are doing the right thing, good luck, then they win. But I don't see why Osenwaku, Uzenwaku, They all came to Aku and want to die there, fight to die. What is the problem with Dangote? That's my question. If not to keep us back in status quo of cycle of doom, why they smile to the banks? If you don't want to lift his oil, he started accusing that he's selling even in Togo, that the Dangote's or refined petrol is selling cheaper. A man came to drink in a woman's shop, and he was parading all the girls for the man to get attracted. And then the man said, and then one day the woman summoned courage and said, Oga, Chigimwam Arema, Chidimwam Arema, Angosingwam Arema, Amom Arema. Well, yeah, then it means don't come here again since we don't understand. Well, the new bank and all the dark man and all this, Kaduna refinery, we can't do anything. Port Harcourt refinery, and Kaduna, whatever one that they are conceived anywhere, because I keep counting 3, but somebody said there are more than that. Then you go, leave Dangote alone. That's what I'm saying. I don't know Dangote, I don't know. He's a monopolist, and the environment allows him. And that's watching. Why are you guys going to stoop upon a sheet you did not sheet? It's either something is, if you are not wicked or insensitive, then you are jealous. And you know what happens to jealous people. That's what Nigerians should watch out. Because this issue every day, wake up, one story, they carry go meet the father. The president of Federal Republic of Nigeria is the minister of petroleum. Substantial. Every other minister of state for that is a subsidiary. They should go to him and drop their and leave Dangote alone. That's my concern. Because the whole thing doesn't make sense to me unless somebody calls and give me that and say, Chris, this is it. For now, all these troubles around Dangote doesn't make sense to me or people around me or my people. So I know why I'm shouting this. Okay? Yeah. Daily cheap drugs turning youngsters into zombies. If you know what this is, but you know Nigeria, it will drop like this. They didn't even make it a few headline. It just go. Which newspaper managed to squeeze it? Pure Punch, as usual, squeezed it at a corner. Well, this danger is like electricity. We don't see it. But, okay, it's like that button they throw into the ceiling fan is rotating. Some people will do like this, it never touch you. As far as they keep throwing it to the ceiling fan, it rotates. If you know smeller, it go touch you one of these days. If it not touch you, it go touch your nuclear or extended relation. Because this deadly thing, the Nigerian politicians allow this because they know the youth are growing up to challenge their excesses. They push drug into the society to make all of them mad. But it's worse to deal with the mad people than to deal with sin. Because when these mad people get so much mad, they cannot be controlled. So better now to pursue the chicken. This chicken you saw scattering human feces with leg. But let Nigerian establishment pursue it. When they cook it, that chicken, they kill that chicken and cook it for dinner. Nobody knows who will chop in leg. It's the proverb of born and silence. Deadly cheap drugs. Drugs that is not up to, the cheapest thing. When hunger and hardship filled and the Nigerian youth and youngsters are confused and desperate and they start looking for escape. And the thing comes in cheap, like with 5 kobo, 5 naira, whether we still have such denominations, they can get high for 1 week. And they can do anything. So, on a decay, Nigeria will see it. You read me, I see it. It has come on punch. It has been coming. This thing has been doing dangers in the northern Nigeria. You see, their children, all those are marginaries, all of them are no more beggars. They are all drug addicts now. Because they form cheap, there's nothing they don't sniff to get high. When they cannot find food to beg again, they went to drug. And the thing has trickled down to all Nigeria. Every joint you pass, we grew up knowing this odor of cigarette. Pass any joint now, what you perceive? we even get high by perceiving it alone. You can't say whether it's cigarette. You can everywhere, even in Enugu here where I am living. And when you look around, people who puff and smoke on young Nigerians, what they want to achieve, you are living. And after graduating, looking for the future of Nigeria is in their hands. When the elders have destroyed the future, and when these children look at the future they want, they decide to take escape using cheap drugs. And some wicked Nigerians are the cartel of running the cheap drug, baronry, or whatever they call it. They are at the heads, making the money from drug, from blood money, killing Nigerians and young future of Nigeria. And they will think Nigeria will better. No problem. Nigeria at 65. Tears of children leaders can't ignore. They have ignored the tears of Nigerian children for as long as I remember. Nigerian leaders are heartless. They don't have conscience. What only thing Nigerian leaders do, and that 65 years is preparing, in a few days will become 65. You still have heartless leaders. What they will get after are heartless followers very soon. Nigerian followers are resilient. They have tried to follow. They say, keep following. Keep following. Don't worry, it will get better. Nigerian followers have followed their leaders for too long. But Nigerian leaders have deceived them for too long. When the followers now become like their leaders, just tell me what will happen. Anarchy. Some people who are prophets and they have been predicting it in several ways, and the prayer warriors are countering it and praying against it. So they're trying to balance it. But one day, one of this will take over. If the leaders do not turn and become, have conscience and look at the tears of the children they lead, then the children that are following them will become also conscienceless and pay them back in their own coin. May God forbid. Because at Nigeria at 65, for us to be crying for 65 years, and we have never have a point where we stop and say, this is good, something is wrong. If either the one baker, the barber, does not know how to cut the hair, or that the clipper that one baker is using is blunt. Something, that must be something. And the international community, our colonial masters, have colonized us and decide to not allow us to breathe. When the chips are down, they will pay. Because they also find a way, God find a way of punishing them in their own way. When their children, you have a child 65 years, that child cannot stand or walk. And it's not because the person is crippled. It's because you as a parent have continued to give the person food that will make the child not to even grow. And you can't even allow the person to take a decision. You throw away from the front, collect through the back, collect. And you cannot speak the truth as far a parent. Then the blood of your son, even Abel, whoever killed Abel, will be asked for your hand. That's what you say.
All right. We have actually run out of time. God bless you, Chris.
Thank you, Chigi. I thought, yes, that's why I want to take a breather. The blessing always comes when you stop and make a breather. I would say, so thank you for having me here today. Thank you, Chigi. Thank you for all of you who have joined to watch us this morning. May God bless you and bless everything stand for. But remember that the blessing of God only for those who deserve to be blessed. God bless you, Chris. Thank you, Chigi. Thank you, and thank you for still staying with us. Up next, newspaper. I beg your pardon. Up next is our Saturday retrospect. Don't go anywhere. Guys, I have only perspective.